You are listening to the Smuggler's Galaxy podcast, my favorite podcast to listen to on long flights across the galaxy.
This is the way.
We're wanted men.
Spoken.
Hey, Karen, over here. I found your keys. I know you lost them. I'm over here. Hey, Karen. Hey. Anyway, that's me messing with one of my friends. She says she listens to podcasts like in conjunction, so they just keep rolling. And she's like, every now and again, I'll just be like, why is Glenn talking to me? Then she realizes it's our podcast on. So that was me messing with her.
Gotcha.
I hope it works. But Jason, oh, hey, now you're in the Falcon.
Yes. I am no longer in the basement.
Say that you're no longer where?
You're in the basement. Am I not coming through?
Now you are. You kind of, when you said basement, it went basement. You sounded like Max Headroom for a second. Yes.
No, yeah, we in preparation of moving in that final display case, we figured out that it's just going to be too crowded. And my wife needs a place to do her work as a school teacher. So we just decided to move the desk up here so the display case can go in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So y'all going to share the desk?
Yeah. I told her 9:30 is on Saturdays. You got to be out of bed. She's like, all right, if I have to. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's part of the deal.
Either that or we'll just, record with her snoring.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Let's see. I went to Home Depot last night to try to find a piece to fix that display case.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't find anything. I came home and there's a piece, just an extra piece hanging around, and it happened to be the exact same thickness to the piece I need to replace because it looked like someone took a hammer and just hit some of the composite wood.
Yeah.
And it just splintered, and someone put together with some shipping tape, put it back together, and it just looked bad. So
it really did.
So I fixed that, but then there's also a heat grate that comes up from right underneath this display case. So I need to make like a return so that it kind of comes out underneath the display case and it doesn't heat it up and all the electronics inside of it for the light. So
yeah. Are you adding lights to it?
I don't think I'm adding lights. I think I'm just going to get the LED kit and convert it to LED so it doesn't heat up the case.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I may do that. Is it a pain in the ass to do that?
No, I'll share the link with you. It's a $24 bulb. All you need is a ballast.
Okay.
But it's like an easy conversion. All you do is just take out the one bulb and put the other in.
All right. I guess the ballast is up underneath it though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's in there. It should be working.
Yeah, that means I got to take everything out of this thing and redo it.
It should be easy.
Right, but to get to the bottom, right?
No, you don't need to get to the bottom. The ballast is up there.
Oh.
It looks like a little, for the lack of a better term, like the old Kodak containers that used to come in.
Oh, I thought that was a starter.
Oh, maybe it is.
I
thought it was the ballast. Oh, well.
So you need that and...
No, you leave that in. All you have to do is change out the bulb.
Oh.
I'm overcomplicating things, I guess.
Yes. Damn it, Jason.
Yes. I finished my 3D printed R2-D2 dome.
That looks great, man.
Yeah, it was great to do the whole process of making that thing. I learned so much as I made it, and like you can tell, the final pieces that I put on are pretty flawless.
Uh-huh.
Whereas the things that I started with, there's a lot of things that I could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm still learning.
Yeah,
it's better than what I had.
Yes, it looked good, and it was fun watching you get high off the acrylic that you were putting on.
Yeah, you came over to drop something off, and I was getting high off of the UV resin. I mean, we got plenty of sun here down in Georgia, so I would just coat the thing in resin because you would see layer lines, and this way it gets into the layer lines and then makes a smooth coat, and you just put it out in the sun. But you were there, and I had my mask on until you came, but I know you're part deaf, so I had to take the mask off to communicate with you.
Yes. You could have just talked louder, but that's the worst thing about these masks is you get people that don't realize that you have to talk louder when you have a mask on.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is when you're at a show and everybody's got the mask on and you got that one person that keeps pulling it down, and I'm like, why even bother wearing it?
Exactly.
Which I'm not going to get into it. Y'all know how I feel. If that you do you, I'm going to do me, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. You do you, boo.
Yep, that's how I feel about it. So, but then again, if I'm somewhere and if I want to go in the store and they make me wear one, I'm going to wear one because, what I want's more important, or whatever.
Yeah.
Not what I want. What I want from the store is more important than my feelings. So,
Right.
Anywho,
I agree.
breaks.
What'd you pick up this week? Let's change the
What
topic.
did I pick up this week? The only thing I got was actually I picked up some stuff from the ABT live sale, which I can't believe I spent 3 hours watching that on Friday night, but I did. I picked up a paint by numbers for the wife, a little Wicket still in the box, and then I got an unproduced micro collection, the C3PO that puts Chewie on his back. That's the or not sure that's on the Chewie's back. I got the Chewie, so now I have the 3PO. So
Now you just need the bag, but they
The
said there's
bags.
only like 3 bags, right?
yeah, the
in
bag's going to be
existence.
impossible to find. So I may take some putty or something and stick it on there, or I may just lay it next to it. I don't know yet. I got to pick those up from TK sometime
That's
this
fun.
week. And then I picked up a slide, an unproduced Ewok slide. This one's actually unproduced because it has the backpack that the mini Ewok. So like the big Ewok had a backpack that you could put the stuffed plush Ewoks. So you could put a backpack in it. And I
Yeah.
showed it to my wife. I'm like, look at this. And she goes, oh, that's the unproduced one. And I'm like, shit, I got to buy you that slide now because you know what it is. So that's
You
it.
got
Now we got it. So I was kind of mad. There were some toothbrushes that they had on the ABT sale, and I waited just a little bit too long. I think I was not shell shocked, but you're calculating in your mind, is this really worth it or whatever? And somebody grabbed it, but I know the guy who grabbed it because all I wanted was he had an unused electronic toothbrush. So I messaged the guy that got it, and I'm like, if you don't want that, I will buy that off of you. So we'll see.
Hmm.
Did you pick up anything?
I went to Target this week, and they did have the vintage collection, Lobot, and Bit Fortuna. And then my Bo-Katan had a crease, so I picked up an extra one of those. So I'm gonna have to get rid of that the creased one, or maybe open it and put it with the Razor Crest. I haven't decided yet.
That would be cool. Put her
Yeah.
sitting on chilling on top of the Razor Crest.
Yeah, like hanging on with maybe one arm, like it's taken off without her. I don't know.
Well, that or her like with her feet up, like they did it. Were they sitting on top of the Razor Crest at that point in the Mandalorian? It was some kind of ship they were on.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was the Razor Crest or not. It might have been. I don't know.
They were
Too
still
long
trying to
ago.
rebuild. No, they wanted to have been the Razor Crest because the thing with the Mon Calamari were still working on it.
Right. It was it's damaged.
Yes.
They also had the carbonized Endor Scout Trooper.
Uh-huh.
I didn't pick that up. That was $27 with tax and stuff. So I'm just like, that's not worth it for a repaint. And then today I went to Target to pick up some milk and eggs, and I saw that they had was it Paz Vizsla, the heavy trooper,
Yeah.
carbonized for like $38.
Oh my God.
Skip that. They had tons of the Scout Trooper, no Shore Troopers yet. That's the only one that I want.
I think I've seen that Disney's or somebody posted that there was like a full end cap of shore troopers. So it looked like there was like 50 or so.
Yeah. So that's all I picked up this week. And then Hasbro released some new not new. They dropped Black Series like in the middle of the day, maybe about a month ago, and included the Fennec Shan and the Boba Fett from Tython.
Uh-huh.
and they open it up for the first hour to Pulse Premium members, which I'm still a member because I get everything through there and it's free shipping. So I was able to pick up those, which I was afraid I'd have to go hunting stores to get those.
Awesome.
Yeah, but that's it.
So, with the latest Amazon T-shirt drop, did you cancel your order, your subscription?
No, I'm gonna give him April because I don't need an Irish Yoda. That was weird.
Yes.
Was the luck is with me or something like
Yes.
that?
Lucky you are, I think.
Yeah, lucky you are. Yeah, Yoda speak.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to cancel it.
I canceled mine. Yeah.
I was afraid it was gonna be very holiday oriented, and it is.
Yeah.
April's gonna be like April showers bring May flowers. Or
They will,
There's
yeah.
Akbar standing there or something. I don't know.
It's a trap. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wore the Valentine's one up to the well, this is how crazy it's been on the I don't know, but anyway, I had ended up ordering 2 of them, and my mother-in-law got one, and I was able to return one of them, but I left the one that my mother-in-law had. We went over there, and I left it over there for like a couple of weeks because I set it down and you forget about it, and then, it's that important of a T-shirt. I got to go get it, but I picked it up on Super Bowl. So I wore it over. We went up to their cabin this weekend and wore it over Friday night, sort of as my I don't give a crap shirt,
Yeah.
And my father-in-law was like, "You're wearing the shirt." I said, "Only in the house."
Will not cross the threshold of this door.
Exactly.
I don't want to be ridiculed.
Yeah, the Yoda one at least is it's better than the baby Yoda one, but
Yeah.
just I think if they wanted to not throw so many hearts on the baby Yoda one, it'd have been all right. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gone now. No more. And
You
maybe
canceled?
yeah, I canceled it. But watch April be like this kick-ass shirt. I'm just like, son of a bitch.
It's probably gonna be Easter. It's gonna be like the child with Easter bunny ears.
Oh, Jesus.
I like trying to find eggs.
Oh, yeah,
And then I'll cancel, and then May will be something incredible.
yeah.
Whatever.
I didn't even think about an Easter bunny, baby Yoda.
Yeah, it'll be like a celebration in May or something.
Yeah, and then
With my luck.
yeah, when is celebration? Yeah, it's in.
At the end of May.
Oh wow, it's coming up, man.
3 months.
3 months. So
It's exciting.
Swag's been live and kicking, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Swag.
crazy. I've decided to cut myself off. There's so much swag. I'm part of 3 projects.
Wow. So are we? Yeah, it's out there. The ice cream project.
Ice Cream Project. I'm a
And then what else?
co-sponsor with Boba Fett.
All right.
Wait, do you have any swag other than Smuggler's Galaxy?
I don't have anything yet. I'm kind of waiting to see what happens with tickets to see how much I need to buy tickets.
Okay.
If I have to, if we don't get a club table, and then I'll probably, but I think by that time there's not going to be any swag left. But I don't have any swag yet.
Okay.
Plus I suck at designing stuff. So,
Well, I can help you with that.
all right. Well, then I'll have
If
to
you
tell
really want
my-
something, you just
I'll
tell
have
me
to
what you want.
I have to tell you my idea.
Your idea.
My idea.
Yeah, I'm part of the Boba Fett group for the ice cream patch set.
Awesome.
So I have a couple of those. I was a kind of a co-sponsor, but on a minor co-sponsor. So I only have a limited number.
Mhm.
People should go to Narayan if they want bigger quantities. If you want your bulk Boba Fett, go to Narayan.
Yeah.
I have my McClunky patch, which was supposed to be Celebration 2020 that got canceled. So I have a bunch of those. I have the Celebration Archive Party Carillion Crunch ice cream patch.
Okay.
I'm part of that. I am part of the 5-year Georgia Alliance anniversary patch. I'm part of that.
Yeah.
And then I made my own patch, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's a mashup of Obi-Wan and Grand Theft Auto,
Oh,
but it's Obi-Wan with the shirt off and he's got a bunch of tattoos. So he looks like he's part of that Los Angeles culture.
that's awesome.
I'm excited. That should be coming soon in the mail.
Cool. Yeah, I probably should have got on the 5-year patch, but I'm like, I'll just buy some off of somebody.
I mean, we can co-sponsor.
Yeah. Well, we only get how many? Like 10?
I don't remember.
I don't know. To me, I'm not that big of a swag guy, and you're paying money to give stuff away.
Well,
Which-
you trade, so you're
Right.
paying to get part of the club there, the swag club.
yeah. But
You're not
yeah, I don't know. It's just I probably should wrap my head around that better. But yeah, I've got a bunch of pins. I've got like 100 pins for the show, and I've got some stickers. So if y'all see us, hit us up, and I'll hand them out. Give you some.
Or if you don't see us and you hear our voices, hit us up.
Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah,
You sound like that mother effer. Yes, I am. I am that mother effer.
you sound like those two idiots on that show I listened to.
Yes,
That's us.
that's us. Which I gotta say, man, thanks for some reason, man. All of a sudden, things are blowing up. So if you guys are sharing us with people, thank you, because
Yeah.
it's showing.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
We appreciate anybody listening to us.
yeah.
I'm also going to be part of the Wilrow Hood detachment that runs through Celebration.
That was another thing I kind of wanted to do. Then you start looking at money, and you're like, I can waste my money on other things.
So no, go ahead.
I'll waste my money on a unproduced C3PO micro collection.
Yeah, I mean that's cool. You can't top that. But yeah, I ordered the X-wing flight suit. It's just the orange part,
Uh-huh.
and then I 3D printed the arm. He's got like a comm pad on his arm, so I 3D printed that. He's got a couple cylinders that go into his jacket. I 3D printed that. I already have the Wilbur Hood ice cream maker.
Nice. The
That I made.
Cantano now that it's
Yeah,
kind
the
of blown up.
Camtono.
Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian. Dude, I wanted to watch that Mandoverse thing, but I haven't watched it yet. So, but anyway, back to I'm jumping ahead. So let's stick at Celebration and
I'm gonna
swag.
make a note for Mandoverse. I don't have no idea what that is.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back to that in a minute.
All right.
But yeah, no, what was fun about that 3PO is trying to explain to my father-in-law how much money I spent on something that's about, a half an inch big.
Yeah.
He's like, and I told him, I said, dude, I would hurt your feelings if you walked through my house and I pointed out what I've spent on stuff. But
It adds up fast.
it really does. And then you run out of room. And we were talking about doing a remodel, like a major remodel here. And then we're like, by the time we do that major remodel, we might as well just move. But I don't know. We'll see when it comes time to, first we had like, well, if our house hits this number, but with the way things are going, our house hit that number 3 months ago. And then we moved some, refinanced some stuff and did credit, all the credit card stuff. And now we're like, damn, you're sitting there going, we hit that number already, what we're going to do. But I guess we'll give it a couple of more years, see if we can pay off some stuff and bring the equity back up and see if the home prices die. I don't know.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either.
I got in right at the good time.
You
Best time.
did. Yeah, it's crazy because how long you've been here?
2019.
So 4 years. Yeah, you got it at the right time because
Yeah.
we've been in this house 5 years and it's doubled in 5 years.
It's riveting Star Wars podcasting here.
I know. Sorry, we're talking about home ownership.
Back to Celebration.
Back to Celebration. But anyway, we're swag. What else have you done? Any like other prepping than swag for Celebration?
No, that's it. I need to call the hotel just to confirm reservations. I like
Oh.
to do that just to make sure.
Yeah.
There's no reason to believe that they've suddenly canceled my reservation, but it's always good to be double check.
No, I've done that one time. Well, it's not that I haven't shown up and not have a reservation, but I did one time and we had like an extra day planned that the hotel didn't realize we had. And we were out all day and we get back to the room and the key's not working. And they were like, oh, we were getting ready to clear the room out. And it's like, we have an extra day. So
Not cool.
yeah, that was not fun.
No.
But
yeah, I saw some video of somebody at Disney who didn't have a room when they got there. Somebody had called a couple of days before and canceled the reservation. So Disney had nothing for them. It was on TikTok. I don't know. You never know how accurate things are on the internet, interwebs. But that's my worst case scenario is that we get there and we're sleeping on the streets because we don't have a room.
We're sleeping on the streets with 200 patches and a couple of hundred pins and banner. We can use the club banner as our blanket.
Swapping patches for McDonald's burgers. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, so we've got the flight, we've got the hotel, we still need to find tickets. I'm at the point now, I'm just like maintenance stuff, like you need, okay, you're going through your head, all right, I'd really like to have a new backpack. So bought a new backpack to get that ready for celebration. You're all right. And you go and you do stupid shit. Like you look at your shoes and, oh man, they're wearing out. So okay, I got to buy them now because I don't want to show up to celebration with new shoes.
Yeah.
Cause that'll hurt. Stupid shit. Like I bought a water bottle. I'm doing all that. Plus Toylanna's in a month. So I'm going to have a dry run with everything at Toylanna, and then I can make changes.
That's a small scale. Yeah. That's small scale.
It's
celebration.
Well, yeah. We're still going to be there for 3 days. I'm still going to, for celebrations. For Toylanna. But
yeah, I'm going to start walking at night now that, it's going to get lighter, starting to prepare for that. We used to do that when we would go to Disney, walk a couple months before, because at Disney, we'd clock up like 11 miles.
Yeah.
Because we don't do Disney in order. Like, next is Tomorrowland. So let's go do Buzz Lightyear and then Space Mountain. It's like, well, Haunted Mansion's available. So we race across to go to the Haunted Mansion. And then it's like, now Space Mountain's available. So we fly across over to the other side. That's how we do Disney.
Yeah. That's kind of the fun way to do it.
Yeah. But that's the long way to do it. And that's how you get your steps in. So,
right. I think I did like 20,000 steps last celebration. So I'm sure we'll rack that, at least that up again. I haven't decided, is it going to be worth getting an Uber? And, we got to figure out how far the hotel is from the convention center, if we're going to Uber or walk. Or
Tony Johnson said that there is a tram that goes up back and forth. So there's some sort of courtesy shuttle that could take us there. It is a 20-minute walk, 30-minute walk, which I'm okay with. But
yeah. I may not be okay with at the end of the day, but
yeah,
in the morning, it should be fine.
Yeah. Also, people, bring deodorant.
Yes.
Throw that on before you go.
Yes, deodorant, baby wipes. Baby wipes are cool to have in your bag. Well, now his hand sanitizer has pretty much become common. You have that any day of the week. But I was bringing that stuff with me at a con because you could have lunch or touch something, or you just try to keep clean. And it's baby wipes or hand sanitizers is an easy way to wipe. Get sticky stuff off your hands.
I might buy Dasani water at the hotel and just keep refilling that. That way I don't have to take like anything on the plane.
Yeah, that's what
Pass it when I'm done.
I'm hoping they'll let me fly with an empty water bottle. And I don't see why they want it. The thing that I'm concerned about is my battery backup, my battery pack for my phone. If they're going to let me do that. If not, I'll just order it off Amazon and have it shipped. That's another thing I got to check out.
One of these things?
Yeah.
Battery?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they let this on?
I've heard rumors that they might explode. And maybe they won't let it in the cabin or in the underneath or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check some of my stuff. So
yeah. Well, if you're checking, I'll probably check my bag, my carry-on. If you got to check something, then I'll check something.
Yeah, I do.
Because at that point, it's I'm not saving any time.
Right. Well, I got that Wilro Hood container I got to bring.
Oh, geez.
So it's got to unplug my phone in. I'm just like, I haven't used this in a while. Why not?
And now's the time to make sure all that stuff works.
Yeah.
So you have time to replace it for celebration. But I didn't think, oh my God, you got to bring that Kentono. That's huge.
Yeah. Well, I could put stuff in it and then on the way home, and that's a protective thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to put swag in it. There's just a bubble tea patch set that was announced today. So I'll try to trade up for that.
Yeah, that's a fun looking patch.
Patch set, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even know like what the other clubs are doing.
No, we're hopefully by the time this thing airs, we'll know if we have a club table. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Or maybe the day after, because I thought it was March 1st.
Yeah. It is March 1st. Well, no, oh, yeah, March 1st they should announce it, which is Tuesday, the day that this releases, we may know. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully we'll be excited next go around that we'll have a club table.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Anything else?
As far as celebration,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, we got patch sets. I mean, that's really all we can do right now. We don't know what the exclusives are, so we can't make reservations. I don't know if Indiana Jones 5 wrapped today, the day we're recording, or at least they announced that it wrapped today. And I don't know if because it's a Lucasfilm property, would they use Celebration to promote that?
Don't know.
So that could be something that they show at Celebration. I guess I'm just looking. I don't think I'm going to be buying a lot, like at room sales. I just want to hang with people.
Yeah, I'm looking to hang out. If I see like a oh shit piece, I need to pick it up.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot of people that are coming, so it should be fun. I know, a lot of people are coming. I hope that some people will find tickets. Eventbrite is where everybody's reselling tickets. I'd be real leery about buying tickets any other way unless you know the person.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that it's not like Dragon Con where your name's printed. I don't think, at least in years past, all it is a pass, or your name's not associated to the pass. So they're not going to be checking that, are you the person that originally bought this pass?
I had a pass and now I don't have it at my desk because everything got cleaned out.
I've got one hanging up somewhere way back there.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
Oh, did you
This
get
is a TIE Fighter battery charger.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, also the cool thing about this thing, this is my stabilizer. It's got like an 18-hour battery life and you can plug in your phone so you could charge as you record.
Mm-hmm. What I want to see you use that for is I want you to follow Narayan around for an hour or so doing swag.
Yeah, I plan on making a video, 2 different videos actually. One video of like my trip, like a movie, like a doc almost, if you will, of my experience at Celebration, kind of like what it's like to be a convention goer and not just what was on the show floor. Like I want to talk to people. I want to kind of document everything and then add like Star Wars music and make that for myself.
Right.
But then for like YouTube, because I want to make money off of YouTube, I'll have like some crappy music in the background. And if you really want to see the good version, come to my place. I'll show you the good version.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, you need a jacket or something because California is supposed to get really chilly at night.
Really?
Yeah. Or enough to where you need a jacket, even though it's summer.
I can't wait to go to California.
Dude, have you ever been?
No. That's
No.
part of the reason why.
Yes, I've never been either. So, and if I would have realized how much crap there was to do over there, I probably would have said, let's just take the whole week. But you had the hotel booked already. And I don't know if I have the whole week yet,
Yeah, I'm running out of vacation days. I can't do more than I've already taken.
Yeah, I'm sort of in the same boat because I've already got stuff planned. I'm already planning for Cincinnati in October. I already took a few days off for Mardi Gras or Chewbacca's, and I want to plan another trip to Disney in September. So I got to save up my vacation days.
We got to talk about Disney at some point. But yeah, I want to go up to New York as part of the annual, so I got to save vacation for that.
Yeah.
Vacation for me resets in June, so I should be good.
Mine just racks up. The thing that's good about my job and bad is it just accrues. It's not like January 1, I don't have to lose it. It's not a lose it or use it or lose it type situation with me.
Yeah.
But it accrues. So it's good and bad because, I know January 1, you got to save it up and be careful what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we good with Celebration?
I think so. As long as I get to go to downtown Disney, I can live with that. We may not be able to go to Disneyland, but I need to go look at Star Wars. Maybe stiff.
I would
Disney.
love to do that night at Star Wars night at Disneyland, but we didn't get tickets in time.
Yeah, well, at that point, I wasn't even sure where I was going. Plus, they were like $200, weren't they?
Yeah, they're up there. I think it was 150, but I mean, we're getting close to 200.
geez. Well, maybe somebody will be like, take pity on us and be like, hey, go. That's if they don't tie biometrics to it or something.
Right. Did you see, was it Dorkside or Big Bad was selling the Razor Crest for $800?
I saw, it was Big Bad, I think. Had it for 800, which I thought was
Is
a
that
fair
too-
price.
Yeah, is that too much for you?
Probably still. Somebody on Deal or No Deal had it posted with no figures. They pulled the figures out of it. And when I went to make a bid on it, or because I thought about it for a minute, I'm like, to me, what would a fair bid be on it? I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll throw $100 bid on it just to be an asshole because he's pulling all the good stuff out of it.
$100 bid.
And just to see what would happen because he's making his money on the figures. If he does anything.
Yeah.
And I could never find it again.
He must have taken it down. I don't
He
know.
must have. I ain't got the room for the Razor Crest. I'd have
There's
to put it
room
on
There.
right there. I guess I could put it on that
Right
where
there.
my micro collection stuff is.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
I guess it would
Because
fit.
people hearing us can see what we're doing.
Yes, totally. Because it doesn't have Bill and Ted in it anymore, which will make sense. Well,
Bogus, dude.
bogus. Yeah, my Bill and Ted stuff does have Star Wars helmets on top of it, just because that's where they fit.
Right.
But it doesn't look bad. It works.
Yeah, when I moved up this desk, I had a bunch of Funkos on the front of it. And I'm like, what am I do with these Funkos? Because I really don't want them on display in the room.
Mhm.
I don't want to get rid of them because they were part of that mail away subscription thing that
Oh
they
yeah.
did. Smuggler's Bounty.
Yeah. Plus, you don't want them staring at you while you sleep.
No. Well, they'd be looking out the window. I wouldn't even see them. But yeah, the sail barges have soared to like $4,000 to $6,000 in the box.
What?
Yeah,
I guess
that's
you know.
insane.
Yeah, even paying $700-800 for that Razor Crest is insane, considering it was, $400 bill when it came out.
Yeah, 500.
Was it five? Okay, 500.
Sail barge is 5.
No, with Razor Crest was 4, right?
Razor Crest was 350,
Okay, plus shipping
then-
and all that crap.
and then the Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon was 420.
Uh huh.
Yeah, great,
Cool, yeah, it's a cool looking ship. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know, and I'll regret getting it one day. But I got the Lego version.
Yeah,
So,
you do. What more do you need?
right.
And then I don't get Hasbro because they quietly dropped on Amazon on Tuesday a 2-pack for Retro Collection,
Right.
Dengar and IG-88.
Uh-huh.
There's no announcement. It was just suddenly available on Amazon, and everybody was just like racing to get it because there was no one was ready for it.
Mhm.
If you weren't online, you probably missed out.
Did you get one?
Yeah, I got one set.
I have noticed they're kind of doing that with the Droids of Fat. I guess as they're going through and canceling orders because people screwed up their credit cards, they're showing back up, and they're
Oh.
gone within a few minutes.
Which one is this?
The Droids Boba Fett from Target,
Oh,
the Target exclusive.
I haven't got that yet.
It hasn't been released yet.
Oh.
Let me look it up because I recently searched. It's on the Target site. I know nobody can see that, but there it
Yeah,
is.
It's there. That's the Black Series one, not the Vintage Collection one. by the
Well,
way.
just wait a minute and I'll find a red. They had it on.
Yeah.
They had both of them listed.
You're getting frustrated. You're going Southern there.
Oh
The
no!
accent's coming out.
Hi.
I don't know if they're going to do C3PO and R2D2 in the Retro Collection because those guys were vac metallized. You need a stronger plastic in order to have the vac metallized stick to the plastic.
There's the TVC version.
There's the TVC version.
It's
So I'm
on Target.
I'm curious to see if when they do a Return of the Jedi version of the Retro Collection, will they do C3PO and R2D2, and will they have a chrome dome and chrome limbs and stuff?
Did they do that in the 90s for the Power of the Force 2?
They did that for the Power of the Force, but they've kind of moved away from doing the vac metallization. I was surprised they did that with Grogu for the Razor Crest, the
Uh-huh.
HasLab. His pram is vac metallized.
Maybe because you're paying $400 for the Razor Crest. They felt.
Maybe. So I'm just curious if Hasbro's going to skip those two or if they're just going to.
That would
bite
be
the
really,
bullet.
yeah, that would be really shitty of them if they just skipped them.
But if they're doing Dengar and IG-88, that leaves Forlom, Zuckuss. Are they going to do those two?
They probably would.
I don't think. Yeah, why would you leave two of the bounty hunters out?
Now when you're saying retro, it looks like the old school 3 3/4.
Old school, yeah. Kind of following what I think it's Funko and Super 7 have been doing lately with those older looking action figures. They made them to look like they're old.
Gotcha. Yeah, they would have to do 3PO and R2. I don't know why
But they haven't done that yet. And I think it's because of the VAC metallization.
Right. Well, maybe they'll just give it to us painted and we'll just bitch about it like we do everything else.
Got to have something to complain about.
Yeah.
Yakface is reporting that in addition to that black Chrysanthemum, yeah,
We did
that's
get
right.
called out at the AVT yard sale for not saying it right, by the way. I don't know if
Who
you
did?
saw that or not. Both of us. The podcast.
Oh, I didn't see that. What did they say?
That we don't know how to say chrysanthemum or chrysanthemum.
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 KRRSA. Satan. I don't care, guys. All right. Black K. There you go.
The black Chewbacca.
Well, it's literally the black Chewbacca for the Hasbro because they didn't bother to bulk that crap up.
Yeah. It's such a bad looking figure, but
They're releasing a Princess Leia from the Princess Leia comic book.
mhm.
Darth Vader Redeemed, which I think is Darth Vader painted white.
Uh-huh.
And then Sergeant Creel, who is like a special. It's kind of like the Bad Batch in the Empire days. He's bulky. He's like
Uh-huh.
Schwarzenegger. He's got a lightsaber. He's got a pauldron on him. So, if Hasbro does what they did with Black K and they just use a regular Stormtrooper body, that's bad. That's not what he's supposed to look like.
Somebody did post that they just put a stormtrooper or sand trooper with a lightsaber and it goes, "Here's Hasbro. I saved you all the trouble."
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid that's what they're gonna do.
Oh, jeez. Well, knowing Hasbro.
Yeah.
But I want to just to go back with something we talked about Jordan last week. I started paying attention to all the Marvel Legends, and it's true. You could, because they all look the same. They've all like a beefy guy with a 6-pack and muscles and stuff. So all you got to do is paint. They all look the same. So
Yeah.
it's easy to do. And I think, and I want to go, I think we're looking at it the wrong way. And I just lost my train of thought, but we're looking at it backwards. Like, why can't Hasbro do this, or why can't Star Wars do this? But then it's like Star Wars can't do this because nobody looks like this. And I think we were going that way last time and just didn't.
No, but they can with Jedis. I
Right.
mean, there's bipedal Jedis, so they're pretty much the same body. Throw some robes on them, change out the hands, maybe boots,
Mm.
and a head.
Yeah.
Same thing with X-wing pilots. We don't have Biggs. We don't have. We have Wedge. We don't have First Wedge.
Is that the one that looks like Luke Skywalker in the ceremonial?
There's one in the briefing room that Luke talks to, and in the script that's Wedge, but then they switched it out and Wedge is, and so they've kind of gone back and said, no, that's not Wedge, that's Sergeant so and so. But that totally was Wedge, and then they recasted him, or something happened. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
It's just
Someone's
like they did
yelling at
with
us.
Pam's mom
Pam.
in The Office.
Oh yes, yeah, they changed that out too. But yeah, that's kind of what they did, and I mean, they could do that with X-wing pilots. There's Imperials, and it's the same body.
Yeah,
you
that's
just change
right.
out the head. So I don't mind them doing that. I mind them throwing carbonized metallic paint on them and saying, "Here's something new and fun." And it's like, no, that's not. You're gonna do that to Star Wars. Do that to Marvel. Do that. Like, why aren't you?
Yeah.
Transform G.I. Joe, do it to that. We're hitting a repeat on this argument over and over again.
Right.
I'm
Well, and
tired
you
of
know,
arguing it.
the VAC metallized stuff, they're doing that on Transformers. So why couldn't they do that on, especially with R2? Because that's not that big of a, that dome is not that big. To see 3PO, I can understand them because that's a lot of VAC metallization.
Yeah.
R2 is just like a quarter of the figure.
Well, sometimes it's also the plastic. So with Transformers, you need a harder plastic, I think, so that when you're transforming it, it doesn't snap off, snap in two. Whereas you can have softer plastic, but then the vac metallization doesn't stick to the softer plastic, which is
Gotcha.
why they don't do it anymore. And it's cheaper, so they don't do that for Star Wars. It's just what they do.
Right. We get the raw end of the stick. But I mean, it could be just the licensing for Star Wars is so much that they don't have the money. I don't know. I'm trying to play devil's advocate and I'm not doing a good job, or it just, I'm tired of having this argument because it's just,
Yeah.
it's the same argument over and over again until they give us what we
old.
want.
They're not going to give us what we want.
I wonder if that dude will be at Celebration. You think we can give him an earful at Celebration?
No. Yeah, he'll be there.
And
It
then we can
reminds me, I got to make my I Demand VC66 shirt. I got to make that shoot.
Yeah. And he'd be like, oh, you two are them mother effers from Georgia, right? That'd be
Yeah.
funny as crap.
I got to get with Rich about that too, because he was talking. That's their idea, and I
Yeah.
just went with it. So I want to make sure I'm not stepping on toes. But yeah, that's the yeah. I want to make sure I'm wearing that shirt because I want more people to get that shirt too. I want Salacious Crumb and not a $750 figure.
Right. Because that wasn't the one that was on Deal or No Deal with the effed up card and everything. He
Yes.
finally said, I want $750 for it.
No, sir, I won't be buying that.
No.
So yeah, that's something else I got to do for Celebration. I got to write that down. And then
More money.
this lady Hannah Friedman on TikTok was saying that she wrote Obi-Wan and to ask her anything, and then the TikTok was quickly deleted.
Yeah.
So she's apparently a writer on Obi-Wan. She's written on Willow, I guess the new Willow show, Wet Hot American Summer, The First Day of Camp, which is a sequel to the movie. She's got some writing credits, nothing that's as big as Star Wars, obviously, but so that's some news there. There's spoilers out there right now for Obi-Wan, so if you really want to be spoiled.
Yeah, but let's talk about Obi-Wan for a minute, because I do have something that somebody pointed out that I want to talk about. So fast forward a few minutes, because we're going to spoil Obi-Wan or talk about some.
Well, nobody knows
spoilers.
anything about Obi-Wan, so this is
Correct.
alleged spoilers.
Right. But I know some people don't even like that, so.
I don't like it, but I'm on this podcast, so let's do it.
Well, no, the only thing I've got is there's a picture of Ewan McGregor walking with this masked figure, because those pictures that released a few months ago, where he's walking back and forth on the production lot,
Yeah.
and he's all robed up so you can't see what's underneath him. Well, he's walking around with a masked figure, and some people have compared the hand on that figure to a picture of Tamora Morrison. So we're like, there he is playing Captain Rex, and we're like, no shit, Sherlock. Our Commander Cody are one of 1,000 other clones. Really?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Tamora Morrison's going to be in the Obi-Wan show? Thanks, Sherlock.
He might not be. We don't know, but that's possible. I hope
think
by the end of it, we have the poster and he's got long hair like Attack of the Clones. And I hope when we see him, he's more of the kind of rogue Jedi,
Uh-huh.
because he is alone and desolate, on a desolate planet. And I hope by the end of it, he's cut off his hair and he becomes the Alec Guinness Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I'm curious because as you're saying that, I'm wanting to Google Obi-Wan Rebels, because I think if I remember correctly, they did a good job of combining the two.
Yes. Well, no, it's more Alec Guinness. They even do an Alec Guinness. Hello there.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here, Ezra Bridger. That whole thing.
Yes.
It's not. And they had a different voice actor. They didn't have James Arnold Taylor do the voice. They had Stephen Stanton.
Yeah, it is total freak. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna
Well,
shake it.
there's another one that's never mind. There's another picture that looks like they did a good comparison to them, but not the Obi-Wan Darth Maul fight. It's a younger one with him with brown hair. But go. What were you gonna say? Because I interrupted you.
Did AVT drop our name on the live sale?
No, they
Oh.
didn't. Just the podcast, just our personal names and then the podcast.
They didn't say Smugglers Galaxy podcast.
They didn't say Smugglers Galaxy podcast.
And now we've given them free publicity. They didn't
I
give us.
know.
Oh man, I was gonna thank them, but now I'm not gonna.
It was kind of fun watching it. My in-laws were like, "What the hell are y'all watching?" Because we pulled into their house and they live up in the mountains. Their secondary house is up in the mountains in Helen, and there's a blind spot like 5 minutes out that there's no service. And by the time we pulled back into their house, we'd had service again. And I'm trying to get on it with my phone, and Mandy's trying to get on her phone so she could watch it. And they're those, "What the hell are y'all watching?" And you have to explain it. And it's just trying to explain stuff to your in-laws. Sometimes it makes you feel bad as a Star Wars collector. Cause you're like, I can't believe I'm just drove 2.5 hours and I'm going to spend another 3 hours staring at my phone, watching a live sale. But they were already in their pajamas, so it's not like we were going to do anything anyway.
Right. Just gonna be hanging out anyways.
You're right. They were watching TV and playing card games. So that's all we did.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So finally,
Yeah.
the Star Cruiser.
Yeah.
This is
I've
tough.
got so mixed. My emotions are so. I
First-
love Star Wars so much. I just want to. Maybe I need to save this to the end, but I just want to reiterate. I got to put this disclaimer. I love Star Wars so much. I love being in Star Wars so much that I want this thing to succeed, and I want to go do it. But I'm not going to pay that. Even if I technically could afford to go do it, I'd say it would suck. But
Yeah.
I can't go do it right now.
To be fair, we haven't been there,
To be fair.
so we don't know. But we're going based on what people have said, the first impressions that people have released, and apparently everything that has been released, Disney's been pretty tight-fisted about. You can't say that. You can't show that. Like, you have to be positive if you want to participate in the experience.
Yeah.
But
And you know
Len
what?
Testa,
If
Len
they
Testa,
gave-
go ahead.
if they gave me a free trip on the Star Cruiser, I'd be kissing their ass too.
yeah, everybody who's on the Star Cruiser right now had a free trip. They paid for nothing, but people,
Well, they
So
paid
Len-
for swag or whatever.
yeah, if you wanted to buy something on your way out, that's what you bought. You would spend your money there. But as far as the experience, some people had a 4-hour experience in the morning, which was action packed. It was like they combined 2 days and 4 hours. And then some people did get to spend the night and have the full experience. And those were some of the bigger media channels. It was interesting that New York Times, who went, didn't really give a review of it. They wrote, "This is what it is. Here's an interview from Scott Trowbridge, from Josh Tomorrow." Those are Scott Trowbridge is the guy who oversaw the development of Galaxy's Edge and the Star Cruiser. Josh Tomorrow is in charge of Walt Disney Parks. So those are pretty big wigs that they've talked to. They kind of highlight all of the costs associated with the Star Cruiser. The New York Times did. And so what I was reading between the lines is this is very costly. They even called out that this experience could cost anywhere between $6,000 to $20,000 for a decked out room.
Right.
I mean, $20,000. And so Len Testa, who is he does a unofficial guide to Disney. He's got the Disney Dish podcast.
Yeah. And that's the podcast that we quote a lot. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite podcasts.
He's getting text messages from people inside. So again, this could be just rumor, but I kind of trust what Len says. So take it for what it is. Take it with a grain of salt. People are saying $6K, no way. That's what
Mhm.
they're saying inside the Star Cruiser.
Right. And he
But-
does have a trip booked, I think, on their maiden voyage. So I'm curious to see what he says about it. And that's something that dude's paying for, so he can give an honest opinion.
Yeah. And then looking at average annual travel expenditures is a function of household income. Basically, how much people are spending for vacation. The highest 20% are spending about $3,700 on vacations a year. The fourth 20%, about $1,500 a vacation. The third 20%, $880 per vacation. The second 20%, about $600 on a vacation. And then the lowest is about $400.
Mhm.
And so the middle class family who wants to do the Star Cruiser will have to save up for 3 to 4 years in order to participate. And you have to forego 3 to 4 years of vacation just to get on the Star Cruiser. And this is something also, here I go, negative.
Mhm.
This is something that I struggle with this Star Cruiser is they're price gouging to the fandom. Like they're using us to make a buck because they know our passion, they know our love for Star Wars, and they're charging $6,000, $20,000. It's frustrating. It breaks my
Yeah.
heart.
It does mine too. It you were promised a lot of stuff, and the stuff I've seen, I'm pretty impressed with. The caricatures, like the captain, she looks like she's from a kid's show, but how could you make that look good? I don't know there's a way to make that character without being over the top, unless they went back to old school stuff, OG stuff that we know.
Yeah.
It's upsetting to me when okay, you're paying $6,000 for this, and then yet again you still got to go buy all your drinks. Why couldn't they have said, here's 5 or 6 drink tickets, something, you have drink credits, here's some, you have so much money you could spend on the ship. I don't know. I think there was ways to be more inclusive to make this thing $6,000 make it seem better. For 2 days, 2.5 days, and not even 2.5 days, you're in there for like 40 hours.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. I've heard stuff from Coffee with Kenobi. That guy went and he was just like, it was him, his wife. Here's what blows my mind is they're letting people and their families go, which is good on Disney. They're, if they would say, hey, Glenn and Jason, we want you to go, they would let our families come with us to experience it. That's what they were doing, which I good on Disney, man, but they also, they're getting the free press with it. So, but Dan Zier from Coffee with Kenobi is posting all kinds of stuff, and everything's awesome. And he even asked his wife and his son, would you pay the money? And the son was like, hell yeah, I'd pay this money. And he even said, he's like, I can't tell you to spend your money, but to me, it's worth it. So they're you could tell they're CYA it.
Yeah.
It may be worth $6,000. I mean, you may have people that can afford to spend $6,000 on a 2-day experience and not even think twice about it. For me, I could save for a couple of years and go, and I'm hoping that'll be what happens. I don't know. It sucks because I'm so passionate about Star Wars. I'm listening to all this experience, and you're fighting back your emotion because you want it to work. I want this thing, and I'm not shitting on this thing because I want it to do well, because I want to go experience it, because I want to go live Star Wars for 2 days. That's why I love going to Celebration, because we're going to get to live Star Wars for 4 days.
Yeah.
And you don't get to do that often.
Right.
So I'm very torn. I'm as a Star Wars and a Disney person.
I am too. I hate to say this phrase. I hate that I've hit this point in my life. It's not my Star Wars.
And that's the one thing I don't like about it either.
And
I mean, they have
And just to clarify that real quick, Star Wars, the Star Wars that I knew was always dirty and grimy and grungy, and it was a used universe, and this just doesn't feels Star Trek.
Yeah. Why did they have to go luxury on this? They could have gone dirty on it, and we would have been fine with it.
They should have reconverted the Tenet 4.
Yeah.
Tenet 4, whatever it's called.
And I think we would have been fine with that. But I don't know. I don't know why because they've also got to, because think about it. What would happen? You've got a mom, you've got a father and son that love Star Wars, and then you've got the mom or dad and kids. Let's just say that they love Star Wars. And the mom's like, I'm not going to stay on a shit pile for $6,000 for 2 days. I mean, I think that may be why they do it. I don't know. I'm pulling out my ass right now.
Yeah.
But that may be why they did it. I mean, because that's the one thing that the Dan's wife kept saying, Dan Zier's wife, was always so clean. And it's like, that's not what Star Wars is supposed to be.
No.
It sounds, and I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. It sounds like everything they promised us in Batuu, they put in the Star Cruiser
Yeah, behind a paywall.
behind a paywall. And they're even saying there that if the Star Cruiser doesn't do well, there's a 4-hour window while people are on Batuu that they could charge $200 to go on the Star Cruiser. This is something that's been thrown out. It's been thrown out as a rumor, but it's like, would you pay $200? I'd pay maybe $100 for 4 hours, but I wouldn't pay $2. And you better let me do whatever the hell I want to do on that Star Cruiser. Those 4 hours.
There's a scene in Jurassic Park that just reminds me of what Disney's doing right now with the lawyers saying, well, we could charge whatever we want, $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it. And then John Hammond says, this park is not just for the super rich. And he's like, okay, then we'll have a coupon day.
Yeah.
And that's just what it feels like. It feels like a money grab. And it was a joke back then. It was like, that was a joke in Jurassic Park. That wasn't supposed to be funny. And that's what we're dealing with. I told my wife I would just rather spend $6,000 building a barn in my own canteen in the back and just hang out in the cantina. That's more appealing to me than this. If you go, I hope you have fun, and not you. I mean the audience.
Yeah.
I make no judgments. I want everybody to have fun.
I mean, you guys, y'all have been really good about responding to this stuff. Email us, tell us what you guys think, because you know, it's something that we've been harking on for the last year.
Yeah.
And it's been an issue, not an issue, but it's been an ongoing topic with us. And I'm sure you could tell we're passionate about it because like I said, I would probably, to me, it's like, I think we could, even at $3,000, if me and you wanted to go, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to convince our wives, hey, can I have $1,500 to go on the Star Cruiser? My wife probably would have already greenlit that at $1,500. I'm serious.
Yeah.
3,000 is like, fuck you. 1,500, go have fun. Leave me alone for 3 days. You know, I don't want to go, because she's already said, she's like, I don't want to go do this. But she's like, if you and your guy friends want to do a trip, go have fun, but you're not spending, you know, $6,000.
Yeah.
But what would that do to the experience if they cut it in half? One of the guys in the Georgia club, his wife is a travel agent, and he even quoted, he goes, give it 18 months to 2 years, they're going to drop the price if this thing doesn't go well. And then at that point, game on.
But then it'd be less of the experience.
I don't want it to be less of the experience, though. I don't, because like,
well, if you're cutting back money, you're going to cut back other things to make sure you're making
sucks.
money. Either that or they're gouging beyond belief right now.
I think there kind of are. Or I mean, you see what it's a cruise ship attitude. I mean, that's what people have said is you've got to go on this as a cruise ship. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure it's all you can eat. You know, the food it looks incredible. I don't know what it tastes like, but everybody said it looks good. Some dude held up a purple shrimp. It's like, how much food dyes in that thing to make it purple?
It was blue.
Or blue or whatever.
How much dye does it take to change lobster or shrimp from red to blue?
Right. So I'm sure your intestines won't be liking you with all that food dye that's in everything. I don't know. Maybe they need to make their money for the next couple of years and then they can lower the price. I don't know.
There is a kids menu with chicken, and I think that's what I'll be ordering off of.
But apparently when you go to dinner, you've got a tray and you pick whatever you want that fits in the tray. And you can have all the red or blue and green milk you want. And it's not that good. I don't want blue and green milk because it tastes like crap. But
yeah, who knows?
The lightsaber training, everybody that said they're showing videos of lightsaber training, and they go, this video doesn't look anything like the room. And here's what sucks is I watched them build the lightsabers. I watched that video before I went to Disney, before I did the experience, and you could feel it through that video. It feels 10 times better when you're in the room. You know, it's an awesome experience. And that lightsaber training looked like shit.
Yeah. There's also video that leaked of people dancing, learning how to dance, and Disney was pulling that down from the internet. They're flagging it and getting it off the internet because it was just cringy. Somebody did like a comparison of that Kinect Xbox game, the dance Han Solo game, and it was the Star Wars dance game, and then what it is now at the Star Cruiser, and it's just like, that's not. No.
you got. I think if you're going to go at it from a perspective of a cruise, I think you kind of got to have some cheesy shit like that.
That's not what I want.
It's
I'll
not.
build my barn. I'll just be a happy old hermit. Get off my lawn. Get out
And
of my
I've seen-
bar.
Dude, and then I've seen like footage of that final fight, like Disney or like a really high up Disney, really quality footage of that final fight that looks incredible, but it's like they did that shit at Galaxy's Edge too, and it only lasted one day.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to get. A stunt spectacular that was on top of the roofs in Galaxy's Edge, and that's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's disappointing. It's not for me.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I won't go someday, and I'll try to have an open mind, but
Mhm.
I don't know. Part of me just wants to stop this conversation because it's so negative, and I don't like being negative. Clayton Sandell, who is an ABC reporter, asked Wendy Anderson, who's a Disney creative executive, and Anne Morrow Johnson. He asked both of them, like, it's quite expensive, $4,000 to $6,000, and their response was just, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to talk it up and say, well, you get this value, get that value. It's worth it.
I
Like,
think
Disney's not doing themselves any favors here.
no, they're not. And I think Disney's done a crap. Well, I don't want to say a crap job, but they haven't done the same. They haven't, yeah, like you said, it hasn't been any favors, and it hasn't. Yeah, I know that
you spent $4 billion on an intellectual property. You're going to want to make your money back.
Yeah.
Disney's being Disney, and they're being greedy.
Yeah. Well, I know that Ashley Eckstein, who played Ahsoka, the voice actor of Ahsoka, she was on that first voyage, and they were filming her throughout the whole thing. So I'm sure that they're going to have stuff with her on it. Which I've tried watching her live video because she went a few months ago. They did a media day, and it was just like, it was awesome. I loved it. And she was just being so positive, Ashley Eckstein, about it. I'm like, I'm just going to throw up in my mouth watching you be so positive.
Yeah, I didn't like the use of the lightsaber either. The one that ignites, that just
It looked bad.
didn't look bad. The hilt is too big.
Yeah, once you pointed out to me what the gag was, I was like, that ruins it. Because
Yeah.
you could totally see. The first watch, I didn't notice it, but you pointed it out, and I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
And there's even an article about that moment.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys want to find it, I'm not going to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it anymore. And we've talked more negatively, because we just, I don't know, like, our show is just like two guys hanging, talking Star Wars. But if I was sitting out back talking Star Wars, this would be my impression of the Star Cruiser. And it's not like I would edit myself. It's just because we have a podcast and I want to be a positive force in the community, like we close out every show. This isn't positive, so I'm struggling with it.
Yeah. But you know what? We may go and be like, yay, Star Cruiser. And that's why I tried saying, opening it up with, I want this thing to succeed. I don't want it to not succeed, because I love Star Wars, and Star Wars is like pizza. Even bad pizza is good pizza because it's Star Wars,
Yeah.
That's how I feel. That's sort of the attitude I kind of bring into things. Because you know what? You're not going to like everything that Star Wars does. You know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
Just don't ruin it for me if you don't like it, and I'm not going to ruin it for you. We can have a discussion all day long, but don't tell me you like, Resistance, and I'm not going to look at you and go, you're an idiot for liking that crazy show.
Right. That's what we were talking about last week. I'm not going to tell you you're an idiot for liking the Star Cruiser. That's not, if you love it, more to it, more to you, power to you, I should say. What am I?
Oh, like I said, dude, I would love to go, but there's no way I'm going to spend $3,000 going.
I mean, the royal you, like anybody in our audience who goes and they enjoyed it. Great. I'm so happy for you.
If you went and enjoyed it, email us, man. Tell us what you want. Now we'll have you on the show one day. You can talk all about it. Because that's what we're open to, this kind of stuff.
We love perspectives.
Yeah. So did you see, just while we're on a Disney kick, did you see the tweet that got deleted about the Guardians of the Galaxy ride?
Yes. He tweeted a parody Epcot account. Epcot Center wasn't even a real Disney account. It was a parody account. And so he tweeted to that, coming to this Epcot Center this Memorial Day, and then it quickly got taken down and it quickly scrubbed from the internet. And I I mean, people got screen grabs, so they saw it, but that's funny.
Yeah. You think that they'd be pushing that for if Guardians of the Galaxy was going to open Memorial Day, but maybe they want to surprise people.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. And I got to give them props for putting crap in Epcot that I'm like, God bled it. I'm going to have to go to Epcot now.
I liked Epcot before.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like I don't like Epcot now. I just
Uh-huh.
mean I've always kind of thought Epcot was kind of cheesy and dated, and I loved it.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of the thing with you go to those kind of places because you want to see the 80s catch. You know, you want to see that 80s time capsule.
Yeah. It's
And that's
back.
what makes
It's back. That whole vibe is back, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's why
here-
Stranger Things is such a popular thing is for the adults. It was just like, I remember the 80s, of course.
Yeah.
It reminds you of those movies we watched, The Goonies and E.T. and I don't know, what horror movies? The Thing.
Yeah. All kinds of wonderful 80s crap. But I didn't know here's my issue with, or not even my issue, is I would just, when I go to the World Showcase, I would just kind of walk it. I never realized that there's crap behind all those things, that there's stuff in those buildings to go look at. 'Cause
Yeah.
part of me is like, you're allowed to go back there. And then other part of me is like, do I really want to go back there? Or you're just so tired when you get back in that area that you just want to walk it and forget about it. I don't know.
Yeah. There was a ride that's supposed to be in Germany. When you go into the Germany pavilion, you go inside. Right when you walk in, there's a giant mural of the Dark Forest or the Black Forest or whatever is in Germany. And that was supposed to be a boat ride.
Uh-huh.
And they were scrambling to finish off Epcot. This is just random knowledge, I guess. File this under some information you'll never need. It was supposed to be a boat ride, but then they said that's going to be phase 2 of Epcot, and they never got around to phase 2. So it's now storage. But if you ever see that mural, know that there was supposed to be a ride there, and it's not anymore.
Or maybe it's because the rides that I have gone that are back there, like the one in Mexico is just like this cheesy boat ride. And you're like, if this is what all the rides are like back here, why do I want to waste my time?
Yeah, that's another podcast.
I guess I
honest.
need to go experience Epcot again. I don't know, but I'm not
Yeah.
going to Epcot anytime soon because
Well, they got Ratatouille, they got Frozen.
I know I'm going to have to take my granddaughter to Frozen, which means going to have to go see the freaking Epcot.
You can go drinking around the world. That's a popular college game.
We thought about it, but the only reason we went to Epcot is because we were there during Food and Wine, and there was a band my wife wanted to see that was playing, and we went. And we missed the first set because she wanted to ride that damn boat ride in Mexico.
It all comes back.
It all comes back to that. I'm like, we gotta go. And no, I don't want to ride this boat ride.
I had an overdraft fee today, and it's all because of that damn boat ride in Epcot. I stubbed my toe on the couch today, and it's all because of that damn boat ride at Epcot. It all comes back to the Mexican pavilion.
Yes. Which was still really cool because they had a bunch of cool Day of the Dead stuff and they had a Coco overlay. So it was all Day of the Dead, which was cool to see. But
Yeah. They just need to make Coco permanent there.
yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, I've never
It-
seen Coco. My wife said it's too emotional. It came out right after my dad passed, and she's like, I had a hard time getting through it. I'm like, I probably will too. So I just won't watch it.
it's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah. If you've lost someone, there's some Pixar movies that are tough to watch.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 for me is the one that I can't watch.
Yeah. You at the end of Toy Story. Yeah. Jesus. That one's tough. Especially
That one's
when it
tough, especially when I lost my dad that night. So there's some other emotions attached to that movie, but then
Uh-huh.
the letting go of people that you love at the end of the movie was. Anyways, you wanted to talk about Mandoverse.
I need to watch because
What
I
is
thought
it?
you might have seen it. I haven't watched the video, but apparently maybe instead of doing a multiverse, they're going to do a Mandoverse.
Where can I find it?
Let me,
Is it Disney Plus?
I don't know. It was like a verse, VERS, Mandoverse, Google search. It was a
Mandoverse
thing on
trailer.
Yeah. Disney officially introduces Star Wars Mandoverse. February 24th. Bob Iger, 50-year-old baby Grogu. And there's an ad. I'm just sort of.
Oh, okay. They're kind of branding it differently, which is what they needed to do.
Yeah.
I get what they're doing now. They're saying everything is around this Mandalorian universe.
Right. So instead of it being a multiverse, it'll be a Mandoverse, which.
They're playing off of the multiverse title.
Right.
That's how they're branding it, which makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Which would make you happy. That way it's not a multiverse in all of Star Wars. It's only in the Mandalorians, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it's the Mandalorian and the universe around them is what they're trying to do, which makes sense when they bring in Mandalorian and Boba Fett because it's his universe and everything around it. So I would expect the same in everything else that's coming.
Yeah. So maybe that's what they'll do. There's a video attached to it. I need to watch it. Or apparently there's a video attached to it somewhere that I thought maybe you'd watched. YouTube it.
I had no clue about it, so I'll have to watch it.
Yeah. Let me Mando.
Are we going to watch it right now?
No, I don't know.
We're going to listen to it for the audience? Share your audio.
Mandoverse trailer. I can, how do I, let's see. I'm trying to see if there's, okay, it's a 2-minute video. So let me share my screen.
Turn on the audio, system audio.
Multiple. Okay. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
That way the audience can listen and they can go search it out when we're done.
All right. So screen 2. And let me see what happens. Can you hear that?
No. Right before you hit share screen, there's a box you forgot to click.
All right. Hold on. Crap. You're still there?
I'm still here.
All right. I hit a button and the thing disappeared. Hold on. You disappeared on me. I can't see my Zoom. Damn it.
We're so old.
I am. All right. Hold on. Let me hold my.
Again, riveting podcasting. Where else can you get this?
Oh, I'm sharing the screen. So I'm sharing it. So let me see what happens. Hold on. Can you hear that?
No. You have to stop sharing.
All right.
And right before you hit share screen.
How do I stop sharing? Do I hit escape?
God.
Hold on.
I'm just going to dip out.
Please don't. Let me hit that. I want to see it big again. There we go. Let's see this. Boom.
Anyways, how you doing, listener?
Dear listener. All right. So, I got to hit it over here. Hold on. Chat.
Yes.
Stop sharing. I got to hear it. I am really awesome with Zoom. There you are. All right. So hit share screen. Share sound. Screen 2.
Oh my
Share.
God.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
All right. Let me start it over. So
it's all right.
There we go.
It's 2 seconds.
Can you at least see it?
Yeah, I'm glad you started it over for the music there.
He is strong with the Force. But talent without training is nothing. I will give my life to protect the child. But he will not be safe until he masters his abilities.
Is this legit? It says the story continues. This looks like a season 3 trailer.
It totally
If
says.
you should manage to finish
Is
your
this
quest,
fake?
Let me hold on a minute. Damn it! I clicked
Who
on the
made
wrong
this?
thing. This is the wrong. It says Mandalorian Disney Plus, so that's what I clicked on. But Jesus, where did I see that teaser
You've
trailer?
been fooled.
That says Mandoverse. Damn it! Hey, at least I know how to share. Freaking.
No, you figured that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured
I don't
that
know.
out.
We'll
Never
have to look
mind.
at this. Maybe we'll find it later.
Ah, Jesus.
I did Mandoverse on YouTube. Nothing's popping up. So I think you just got had.
Unless they're doing like a season 3 trailer. Maybe I did. Damn it.
I mean, there's people who will make their own trailer for clicks.
Right. It looked good, but it was all like stuff that we've seen before. Sorry,
Yeah.
dear listener.
You just wasted their time. And now we sound really old. We sound like, no, you got to click there. No, why are you clicking that? You got to click here. Click out of that.
I'm using my phone. What's wrong?
What do you need me to click? All right, let's wrap it up. I gotta make dinner.
Hold on. I'm looking at one more spot. One more spot every episode. Now streaming. No, I'm looking at one more spot and then we're going to call it a day. I don't know. It looked pretty cool, or at least I didn't do my homework. I suck.
Thank you for listening to Smuggler's Galaxy podcast. If you could, please leave a like and a 5-star review of the show anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Really helps us out, points people to our show. It helps the algorithm figure out that, yes, this listener needs to be listening to the Smuggler's Galaxy podcast. Follow us on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Send us an email or message us. We love feedback. And again, like we were saying in the show, we'll make you part of the show. Our email is smugglersgalaxy@gmail.com, or message us on Facebook. Thank you to Alfonso Riviera for the Smuggler's Galaxy logo, to Levi Waterhouse for the music, Hasbro re-release VC66, hashtag vote with your wallet, not vote for your wallet. And be a positive force in the collecting community. This is the way.
This is the way. I'm sorry, I sounded old.
This is the way. Let me put my dentures in. Hold on.
I'm feeling old.